Afternoon, guys. I hope everyone is very well. So it is day 50. We've been doing this for 50 days straight, which is very, very exciting. So I thought I'd take today, as today is a rest day, and so I thought I'd talk about how much rest do you actually need. Now, this is all just my opinion of what I have done in the past, currently how much rest I'm taking, the age I am versus being in my mid-20s, or late or teens, and also how much training, I've done in the past versus now, etc., etc. So I thought I'd go through a little bit of, how much rest is needed. Do you need rest? Do you need a rest day from the gym? Can you train every single day? What should you do, etc., etc. And again, this is just my opinion. So I think the big factor on rest days is your intensity of training, how often you're training, and let's say the style of training. They're the sort of big three, and then look at your typical lifestyle. So if you've got a relaxed day-to-day job, for example, so you could be, let's say, sitting at an office every single day, you're not going to get a lot of strain through the body. So your only exercise you might find you do is going to the gym. And then let's say you do a normal workout. It could be going on the treadmill for 10 minutes, then you lift some weights for half an hour, and then you do a little cool down, and you might go on a bike, for example. That type of workout, you could very easily do every single day for many years. No problem at all. Now, if you're doing, let's say, a high intensity CrossFit style of workout, realistically, you might be thinking, I would say, an every other day type of scenario. Does depend on if you're focusing on lifting weights or if you're focusing on the cardiovascular side. Same with the bodybuilding training. Now, if you're looking at getting a great physique, and let's focus on that, because I think the majority of everyone watching is looking down that route. The same here. I'm looking at just getting the best physique possible, getting as strong as possible for being in my mid-30s. Okay, so that's the premise. And let's focus on just being in great shape. So if you're going to go down the road of like the bodybuilding side of training, basically similar training I do, a 5-day split, chest day, back day, arms, shoulders, legs, that type of thing, or around that type of training. Now, I'm a big believer of having a couple of days of rest. Now, it does, for me, massively depend on my work schedule as well. So my job during the day is very intense, very laborsome. I'm moving lots of heavy items all around every single day. So I need rest from that because I'm putting my body under strain a lot of the time. Plus, obviously, with working out. So I definitely need the 2 days off every single week. And if 1 week is just extremely strenuous, I potentially even might take a third day and only train 4 days, depending on the job. Now, also I do find, and this was one thing I was talking to a friend of mine, being in my 30s, being in my 20s, I don't necessarily need a difference of rest days, because I've always taken roughly about 1 or 2 rest days from training. It's what I would call the bounce back. So right now, I focus a lot on my sleep. I always try and get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and I just don't drink. I don't drink any alcohol. Now, in my 20s, for example, I could probably go out for a night out, for example, Friday night, Saturday night, and then wake up early and go train the next day and actually have a workout. And now that I wouldn't do now. Now, it could be down to my health. I'm focusing more on a healthy lifestyle, but also the fact I just know I can't bounce back, because even if I just have a rough night's sleep now, when I haven't been drinking at all, I know the next day training is so hard. So that's the thing I notice regards to age wise, is just that bounce back versus actually how many days of rest I need. That I find is actually very, very similar. So you might hear a lot of people sort of talk about, oh, you can just train every single day, you don't need rest days. Well, what's your food intake like? What's your lifestyle like? You know, are you someone that can wake up in the morning, do some morning cardio, and that's the only thing you've got to do that morning, then eat 2-3 times in the day, then go to the gym, then that evening you've got ice bath, saunas, stretching, and you have a relaxing day. Now, if you have that type of lifestyle and that's all you do, then probably, yeah, you probably can train every single day. But again, you've got to match the lifestyle to what with your training as well. And so for me, having obviously focusing on just trying to achieve a really good shape and obviously focusing on strength at the same time, I find that my chest gets hit hard every single week. So I need a little bit of rest from that, which is why I train it weekly. Same with my legs, same with my shoulders, same with my arms, same with my back. And so 1 day a week on those body parts work really well. And that gives me 2 days to play with having rest. And then I always try, so especially my diary like right now, because this is going to be a good example just because you might have something similar, is I train very, very early in the morning on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So 5:30 in the morning, I'm at the gym ready to rumble. So I'm not going to train tonight, being a Wednesday, 7-8 in the evening, because it means I'm only going to have probably a 6-hour window of sleep. I've then got to eat between that 6 hours sleep. I've got to get up and then go train. And so I'm having such a short period of time between my 2 training sessions. And especially if I want to keep the intensity of both of them up. So that's not going to happen. And especially the training is similar. They're both similar styles of training. So that's why I have that break between them. Now, if your gym session is very regular, like you go to the gym Monday to Friday, 5:30 in the evening after work, great. Yeah, you can do that. You can get a nice flow, a nice pattern. You're there, you do your 5 body parts, and then you might have Saturday rest, and then Sunday you might go to the gym and just do a big all over and have fun. Great. It also comes down to what's the result you want. Are you focusing on just getting an epic bench press? Are you focusing on getting an epic squat? Is it just all round good looking shape? Because obviously if you want to be able to, let's say, deadlift, 200 kilograms, well, you're not going to deadlift, let's say, on a Sunday and then deadlift again on a Monday. You need some time off. So you might want 10 days off between exercise. So then you've got to look at which rest days work well for you. So the grand scheme of things, you just have to look at what's good for you, how your day-to-day structure is, how intense is your day-to-day lifestyle versus the intensity of your workouts and how well you're recovering. And you've sort of got to play on that for yourself because every person's different. Don't listen to a professional bodybuilder and they're on every product you can imagine, plus their whole lifestyle is surrounded around their bodybuilding, and that's their job. So don't take that and go, okay, I've got a really labor intensive job. I find it really hard to eat more than 3 times a day. I need to train 6 days a week. It's like, well, no, that might be a really quite tough for you. So you've got to change your lifestyle around. You've got to have to look into maybe eating a bit more, or you then have to change your body parts around. You have to adapt to your lifestyle. So just be careful of what advice you're listening to and who you're listening at, who you're taking in from. Try and find someone who's got a similar lifestyle to you, who has got an inspiring physique that you want, and go down that route. I'm not going to do the same as a professional CrossFitter or the same as a professional strongman because I can't. My lifestyle isn't the same as that. And I can't commit to that. Now, and this is what you've got to sort of look into. So that's what you've got to do. And obviously having a little bit of tasty watermelon at the same time. Making sure your sleep's good. That's just obviously a massive one with your recovery and how well you can train, and if you can train again the next day. Because I'm sure you found this, that some days if you just have a horrible night's sleep, it could be hot, two things are on your mind, you've got to get up early, and then you've only getting, let's say, 4 hours sleep. Trying to train, that morning is just horrendous and hard. You might think, let's wait for the evening. Or you might go, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to take tomorrow off. I'm not going to train. And then I'm going to train the next 2-3 days in a row. Everything is right. Every answer is right to a certain degree. It just comes down to, are you training well? Is your training going well according to your plan? And are you getting the results that you desire? Because if you're ticking those boxes, you're doing something right. And then just keep following that path and then adapt it down the line. If you're getting too tired and you're not recovering, take an extra day off. If you don't have the time to take off, as in you just have to go to the gym, and I get like that, you become really obsessed by the gym, you just want to go every single day, then just make sure you're fueling it. Make sure you're getting the good sleep. Make sure you're eating a crazy amount of food to recover. Make sure you're doing a stretch session, some ice baths, some saunas, physiotherapy. Put all that into your recovery. And then, you probably could train every single day. But it goes down to, what physique are you trying to obtain? If you look at someone like David Goggins, that guy has a mindset that I'll never understand. It's just insane and incredible. But look at his physique. He's not a bodybuilder. He's not a powerlifter. He's not a strong man. He's not a CrossFit athlete. He's a lean guy who likes to run. He's done lots of military training. Obviously, that's his background. But look at his shape. The likelihood is, if he focused on the bodybuilding side, he would need rest days. If he did the strongman, he would need rest days. Because he goes for his mental discipline, that's the thing he goes for. He just keep going for a run. You could probably go for a run most days. I went for a period of my bodybuilding where I was doing my cardio 6 days a week, because I just felt like that was something I needed to do. Did it hinder my training? No. Did it hinder my rest? No. Did it hinder my food? No, it didn't hinder anything. I could still get it in, and it didn't interrupt anything, and it didn't make me tired. And so I was like, great, I can do it. And that's one thing you've just got to do. So to sort of round up this video, this question of how much rest should you have it? You've just got to listen to your own body, own physique. Understand how much exercise you're doing, / strain. What's your lifestyle like? How much food you're getting in? How much sleep you're getting in? And are you recovering from that? If you are, fantastic. If you're sluggish, your lifts aren't going up, your weight's not going up if you want to gain weight, obviously, or if your weight's not going down, if you want to lose weight, then something needs to change. Either have a little bit more rest, get a little bit more recovery in, have a little bit more food, etc. All right, so I hope that helps. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always like to hear what people suggest, what people say. It's always great to see you guys commenting. I hope this video has helped. I'm going to finish off my watermelon. Tomorrow is back day. I'm going to do 10 minutes of stretching, take some tension out my lower back, and then I'm going to try and do a little bit of, actually going to get some foam rolling in the morning, take out some tension. So hopefully fingers crossed, I can hit some Bent Over Road tomorrow. And we should, because I'm at my mate's tomorrow, I might take my block of wood so I can get some real stretch Bent Over Road. That might be good. And then that'd be been great for land my rows. So hopefully we'll have a much, much better back session this time, because last back session was a bit frustrating. So, always trying to find something to improve on. And that's how we do it. I hope this video's been helpful, and I'll catch you tomorrow at the gym for a big back day. Have a great evening.